for just $9.99 plus tax for a limited time only at participating McDonald's restaurants.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off a $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
More Edmonton families than ever are struggling as food prices skyrocket. The Holiday Hamper Foundation provides festive meals for 2,000 homes in need. Your donation ensures a turkey is on the table for every family. Donate today at holidayhamper.ca.
River Cree is the place for all your favorite sports. River Cree Resort and Casino, featuring UFC action and boxing live on the big screens at TAP 25, the MVP of sports bars, and in the Center Bar. Plus, catch this fall's biggest games. Every goal, every tackle, every home run. River Cree is also home to the Twin Rinks, where rec hockey and community teams come to play. Public skating available. Details at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11 o'clock. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. This show is brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go pay him a visit. Tell him we sent you. And you know what? I got to say, grab some, not only the beef jerky, but the lean ground beef is amazing. They've got the pepperoni. They've got the vegetables in jars that Duke loves. It's really a one-stop shop for everything you need. Only available in Leduc. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas. We got Sam Wilness and Josh Fenwick here as well. Lots to get to on the show. It is game day. The only game in the NHL tonight. Oilers and Dallas Stars. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. Makes a lot of sense. Duke, good morning. How are you doing today?
Morning, Connor. I'm doing well. I'm excited. We got another round of curling coming up on the screens here in the studio. The trials from Halifax, which I'm very invested in.
What are you going to watch on Thursday? Curling or football?
Well, I got 2 screens. Why not both?
There's
There's only one football game on at a time. I can get that up on the big screen at home, and then I'll get the curling matches on the monitor.
What about here?
In here it's just going to be the football game.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
I don't think I'll have a say in that matter, unfortunately.
You're big into this curling right now. This is to go to the Olympics in Milan, Italy. Cortina. Who's your favorites right now? Because like the home and rink, of course, very, very popular, but currently not in first place. But I still want to roll with her. Like when the game's on the line, when it all comes together, like
it's a best of 3 in the final over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
that I like.
It would be tough to defeat a team like Rachel Homan's in back-to-back games. She's still my pick to come out of the women's side, and then I'm taking Brad Gushu, final year. He kind of made his first big presence onto the stage in Turin when he went to the 06 Olympics. I think it'd be a very fitting finish, but it's kind of tough because the Brier is in Newfoundland this year, where he's from. Would also be a good finish. If you go to the Olympics, you don't go to the Brier. So it's kind of a bit of a toss-up. I think I'll be happy either way. Kevin's very high on this guy right here is on the screen, Matt Dunstone.
Good start.
Curled out of Saskatchewan for a couple of years, so Kevin likes that. But he's a Manitoba guy.
Do you think curlers have got more swag over the last 10 years?
That might have just came with them being in better shape.
You think so?
Yeah.
You just think guys a little more jacked up.
Like when John Morris, who was Kevin Martin's third for a long time, came onto the scene, and he was like a personal trainer, right? That was his day job, and he's just ripped. He's shredded, and he's out there sweeping rocks. It's like, whoa, this guy's changing the game. Look at he's built, and then you compare that to maybe some curlers and physiques of yesteryear. They were great curlers still, all the power to them. But the physical element of it has changed a lot.
Yeah. Interestingly, little cool arm sleeves now.
Oh, yeah.
I think
They're
some
full
guys
swag,
some
though.
guys wear hats now.
Mhm.
I think I'd wear a hat and an arm sleeve. Actually, no, I'd wear the jacket like this.
Even
guy.
if you're like in the front end, like you're sweeping every rock.
I don't think I would be sweeping every rock. I think I'm a
You
skip.
think you'd be a skip
I think I'd be the skip.
with
It's my-
your long documented history of curling
Yeah.
and knowledge of the game
I was watching curling before you were born, okay?
consciously.
Yeah. I used to love curling. And then the politics changed. And I got out of it. I still like curling though. I like nothing. Well, there's better things, but it's really nice to sit down and just watch a little curling in the evening, or even like a Sunday afternoon for the final.
Mhm.
But the overused phrase "nothing better than," like, there's a lot of things better than that. Well, let's be real.
There's nothing better than a Briar final on a
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon.
Nothing better than a walk in the park. Oh yeah, really? Nothing. We have a text rolling in here. 1-833-401-1440. Playbook Vic had texted in. This is why I traded Jefferson to CB radio so early this year in fantasy football.
Wasn't a believer in JJ.
Well, we're still believing.
Mm.
We have to.
I'm kind of obligated to across fantasy. Jefferson in one league, Addison in another, both in our league. My hands are tied. I have to believe in 9, even if I don't want to, or really at all do.
Yeah. Just hope that every once in a while he heaves one up. We had some strength at running back when we made that trade. Josh Jacobs did not do you much better, though, last week. 40 yards, 4 points?
It's the Emmanuel Wilson show.
It was. Is Jacobs declining, maybe?
He's had a lot of carries.
He's slowing down. He has not rushed for 100 yards yet this season.
Well, the Packers, for how good the Packers rushing attack was last season, it's been abysmal this year. And I don't know if that's a scheme thing, an O-line thing, or what. Or maybe Jacobs declining a little bit, but whatever it is, it has not boded well for them and forced Jordan Love to try and do some more playmaking, which he can, but he's pretty volatile. And I think we've seen that volatility return to his game a little bit that he'd stamped out more so last year.
Touchdown machine still, though.
Oh, yeah.
Still finds the end zone. Maybe we missed that a little bit. Now, Lance had sent us a graphic. I don't know if you have it up there on your side of things, Duke. He sent it to me yesterday, and I said, let's talk about it tomorrow on Fantasy Frenzy. So I'm glad that he sent in his lineup here. He has to set the lineup by Wednesday. He's got Aho, Ehlers, Timo Meyer, Mikko Rantanen, Celebrini, Barzell, Shea Theodore, Rasmus Dahlin, Dobson, Fantilli on his starting lineup. There's also options of DeBrincat, Nurse, Sherwood, Cousins, and that's about it. He's also got UC Saros or Stuart Skinner in the goaltending spots. Would you keep that lineup, Duke, or would you make any changes? Would you throw anyone out there?
It's tough to swap your goaltenders because Skinner is only going to play 2 games this week.
Yeah.
If is it Wednesday to Sunday or Wednesday to Wednesday?
Well, maybe he'll follow up on that one.
But because next week the Oilers do have another game on Tuesday at home. Saros has not been good this year, but I'm probably still leaving him just for the games played thing. I think they got at least one more than the Oilers do in this stretch. Forward wise or rest of the lineup wise, Kiefer Sherwood is an enticing option because of he has 12 goals already this year. Hits, if this is a banger league where hits are actually worth something. Who are you taking out to replace him for? It gets a little bit tougher. Rantanen will miss tonight's game, but be back. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm probably leaving it as is.
I'm kind of with you. It's a pretty good lineup. I'd probably just keep it the same.
I mean, like the Islanders' offense is struggle city. So if you wanted to swap maybe Sherwood in for Barzell, I could see it. It's a little bit of a higher floor, lower ceiling type play, maybe. If, once again, that's a big if this is a bangers league and not just strictly points.
Ontario Mom says curlers have as much swag as bowlers.
So a lot.
A lot. Well, there's only, I don't know many bowlers, to be totally honest with you. There's only one bowler that I know. And I can't even think of his name. Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name either.
We know his quote, but yeah, there's some sports that just don't have quite as much. Montana Ray says, "Hey boys, look at my win in Fantasy Frenzy. I'm an idiot, left Pacheco in, but still won. Still found a way. I mean, even in our league, our matchup, and granted, it was against the top team in the league, but they left in Bucky Irving, and we only won by 1 point. So
it's coming down to it.
Just squeaking by. If had Carolina got the ball back, San Francisco recorded 1 sack or 2 sacks, I think it would have been, we would have lost, but we got out of there with the win. Hey guys, I'm a Michigan fan. JJ threw the ball 10 times a game, sometimes not even that much. It was never going to work out in the NFL. Well, he had decent numbers his final year there. Just under 3,000, completed 72% of his passes, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Maybe not an NFL arm. Or maybe that wasn't his final year, actually. Blake Corum ran the ball very well for them. Maybe Jim Harbaugh's greatest ruse. Making people think JJ McCarthy was as good as he was. Kevin was
saying, he's like, well, Harbaugh really vouched for him coming out of college in the draft. And I'm like, well, duh. Like, A, he's your guy, just won you a natty. And B, you're not drafting him. So if you make some other team, maybe a division rival or a conference rival, draft a guy that you do actually think is not good, that is good for you as the new head coach of the LA Chargers. So maybe some extra good head games by Harbaugh getting played last year.
Chargers fans had people convinced, or some people had Chargers fans convinced that the Chargers were going to trade Justin Herbert for the pick and then draft JJ McCarthy.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming Harbaugh knew that was not the route to take, but right now it doesn't look like 9's it, but it's still early. I think we should probably all say, let's give it some more time, because now more than ever, we're seeing quarterbacks kind of look rejuvenated later on. I'm not saying that's a lock, but maybe. St. Albert Kevin says, how would this lineup look for an 8-4 third place team? Or do you swing a trade to upgrade any position? Herbert, Gibbs, Tracy, Jennings, McConkey, Goddard. So you're kind of playing that.
You can still trade?
I guess in this league you can. I would maybe try to, if you could, I'd upgrade running back.
Tyrone Tracy is your second back. That's not a lineup I'd be confident with heading into a playoff run, like with expectations of winning.
I would try to upgrade the second receiver spot, Juwan Jennings too, if I could. He's a fine player. You seen him get punched in the groin last night?
But did he earn it?
Did he?
Well, he kind of started it, but apparently it was because of stuff during the game that he went after that guy in the scrum originally. Or you talk like, did he get punched during the game?
The safety, Mooring?
Yeah.
Punched him in the groin. And then Jennings went after him post-game.
Oh, okay. I thought the groin punch was after.
No, that happened during the game. And
right.
he held back in the game. And then post-game handshakes went and got him. Take the number down. For that text, if possible, like, it's not a bad squad, but I would try to upgrade receiver or running back, but I don't know if you have the pieces to do so. This might be a 12-team league. You're 8-4. I'd probably just roll with it. That league lances in. It goes till Sunday, Duke.
Yeah. So in that case, like, I'm not, like, you're getting at most 2 starts out of Skinner. I don't know how many games Nashville has, but.
Kenneth says, $50 limit gift exchange with my family. Best gift is a $50 Sports Select for the games on Christmas Day, right? That could be a nice payday.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Now, who is the gift for? Like, hypothetically, if I got my mom that, I don't think she'd love it. does the person get any say in who the picks are? But I like that. That could make it fun. And then you just hunker down.
Just
and
take all the dogs.
Yeah, why not?
On the pro line.
Just sit down, eat and drink, and have a Merry Christmas. That'd be fun. Cat Dad says, I think McCarthy has the ability. I just don't think he has the durability. Well, I don't.
Well, so far, we've seen a lack of both.
Yeah.
He's played 6 games, and the ability has been, I'll say fleeting. Like, it's been a drive, a play in singularity. Like, he has not played a good, complete game yet.
Even his best performance
was 1 quarter against the Bears.
It was the end of the game where he looked good.
The reason he was in that spot is because of how poorly he'd played in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, like, it hasn't been good. You go outside of that game. That was his best game when it came to completion percentage. He's 54% on the season, 6 to 10 touchdown to interception ratio. QBR and his rating are not good. It hasn't been good. It's, for all intents and purposes, his rookie year. He watched last year and probably learned a few things, but you got to get out there and play. I guess maybe the most discouraging sign is that the progression hasn't really been there. Oh, hey, we'll give them more time. They invested a first-round pick. The Rig says, wasn't JJ deemed a not very good college quarterback at Michigan, a game manager at best? Rig, I remember that talk, like, for sure. Like, they ran the football very well. Maybe that's what the Minnesota Vikings have to change their identity to if they want to have success with JJ. Let him benefit from the play action pass and getting them into good situations, setting up second and third and short rather than making him make those big throws. We'll have to wait and see. But Rig, I totally remember that. Husk says, CH. That was one clean punch of the onions from Husk. Yeah, 100%. I don't know what he's thinking in that situation. Like, he's lucky that the refs didn't see him there. I mean, that should be an immediate ejection. You do something like that, but players around the league will take notice. They might not ease up on him. Those blocks downfield. We'll take a break. When we come back, more of your text, 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
And now Action Electrical's testing team is on defense duty. They're the guardians of safety and compliance, a critical part of any lineup.
Precisely. They perform rigorous safety and code compliance testing for commercial operations. Think of them as the referees, ensuring everything is up to standard before disaster strikes.
Their preventative plays are legendary, spotting faults early. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
I'm making my list, checking it twice. And guess what? I'm giving Will Hawk Beef Jerky to everyone, naughty and nice. Because honestly, everyone deserves a taste of Alberta's finest, no matter if they've been bad or good. So this holiday season, skip the chocolates and pass on the turkey. Make sure you're Will Hawking around the Christmas tree with Alberta's best beef jerky. Ho, ho, ho!
Call to place your pre-order today at 780-986-2537.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Say, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca. And let's get to work for you.
The basketball show turns 10, and we welcome a new generation of basketball talk. Hoop City with Paul Sir airs Saturday mornings from 10 till noon on Sports 1440. From grassroots to NBA to the Olympics, we've got you covered.
Black Friday is on now at GMC. Get a $1,000 Black Friday bonus on all 2025 and 2026 GMC models at participating dealers. Whether it's the bold Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab, the rugged Sierra 2500 HD AT4X, the versatile Canyon, or the adventure-ready Terrain Elevation all-wheel drive. Every drive delivers unstoppable performance and premium comfort. Get your $1,000 Black Friday bonus now. Conditions apply. Ask your GMC dealer for details.
This Friday, 6 p.m. till midnight, don't miss the 71st annual Kinsman Radio Auction. The Kinsman Club of Camrose invites you to join the fun and support their largest fundraiser of the year. Bid on a huge selection of items donated by generous local businesses. All proceeds will help the Kinsmen serve our community's greatest needs. The Kinsman Radio Auction. For details, find them on Facebook. You can also join the bidding in person this Friday night at the Bailey Theater on Main Street, Camrose. Details on Facebook.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:21. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here in Sports 1440. Connor, Halley, Brandon Douglas, Sam, Josh with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. It is game day. Oilers and All Stars tonight down at Rogers Place. The only game in the NHL this evening. Getting going 7 o'clock. Pre-game coverage with Andrew Walker, Donovan Paulson, and Landon Ferraro will start at 6 o'clock right here on Sports 1440, immediately following the Jason Krager show. Some news and notes for that game. Evan Bouchard, 2 goals, 11 assists for 13 points in November. With 2 more points, he can record a 15-point month for the second time in his career. Paul Coffey is the only Oilers defenseman with multiple 15-point months in his career. Do you know how many he had, Duke?
Dozen?
24.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, is that good?
The last time he did it was October 1987. I was like 4 months old. I remember it fondly. But yes, so for Evan Bouchard, he can do it for the second time. Coffee's
got a long way to go.
Long way, but hey,
still an impressive accomplishment all the same.
He could just do it 4 more times this year and then like 6 times next year, and then he'll be right there in that conversation. Also, in this game, Oilers killer Jason Robertson can become the 13th player in American history to post a 7-game goal streak. It would be his 3rd in as many seasons. Jake Gensel and Austin Matthews, the active players to do it. Some others, Pat LaFontaine and Brett Hull. So a couple guys chasing a little bit of history tonight in the Oilers and Stars game. Duke, you look at this game. The Stars missing some players, obviously. Yeah. Still a good hockey club. You talk about the Oilers having a little bit more motivation on Saturday when they take on the Florida Panthers, playing a team that ended their season twice. The Dallas Stars. Same sort of situation. Now, what are we expecting tonight down at Rogers Place?
Yeah, I talked about this with Kevin a little bit this morning, that the Oilers are, fortunate, I think, is the best way to put it. It's not lucky, but it kind of borders on that. The last three opponents, if you include tonight, are really banged up teams. And the Lightning, the Panthers missing some very key contributors are going to be the same for Dallas tonight with no Harley, no Lyubushkin, Duchesne remaining out, Mikko Rantanen serving his automatic one-game suspension. So it sets up well for Edmonton. One game back at home here after that 2-week road trip. It's got to be tough, right? This past weekend, you think we're arriving back at home base, catching up on stuff with the family, regular life things. And then it's like, oh, now I got to, get right back to the grindstone Monday morning for practice. It's kind of, it's a good get for the Oilers that it is a shorthanded team, but certainly a motivated one. Rantanen's been really good this year, as advertised, as expected in his first full season with the Stars. So he will be missed, but Jason Robertson is having an excellent start to the campaign. Some speculation around his contract and future with the Stars has been looming. Will continue to for certainly the whole year or till an extension were to be signed. So it's going to be tough for the Oilers, but I think they are well positioned to hopefully take advantage of this and continue their climb back up the Pacific Division standings.
You saw Ben Schrott fined $5,000.
I did just see that
ending
come across the line.
I don't think he'll miss that $5,000, Duke. There's always things Strutty used to say, like for certain actions, well worth it. Ringing the bells, $5,000 fine. You're not even going to notice it. Sometimes you'll just eat it. For butt ending, that seems a little low, but the CBA, that's where they cap it. They do a good job at doing that. Duke, also today, the Toronto Blue Jays making a couple moves. Did you guys talk about that with Mr. Kevin Karius?
No, not really. Just a little infield organizational depth. You can never have too much when it comes to the game of baseball. Look at what the Jays turned some organizational depth into this year.
Yeah.
Right? Miles Straw, Nathan Lucas, guys like Ernie Clement that have, slowly climbed the ladder and now looking like full-time players. So you can never have too much. Why not?
Absolutely. The MLB offseason, I was talking to Sam about this during not even really a break. We were just hanging out by the bar. Like, when are they going to sign?
The pre-show show.
Yeah, exactly. You got all these big name free agents, and there's no real rush to sign to Major League Baseball. And we'll see when it happens. I'm sure it's going to ramp up.
In baseball, we actually usually see it the opposite, where it drags on and on because there are like 3 agents that represent the entirety of all pro baseball players, and they want to pit teams against each other and get maximum value. Now that has worked well at times, but it has also cost some players some pretty substantial dollars because all of a sudden spring training is right around the corner. All the teams think that their rosters are filled out. They're content with them, and there's nowhere to land for some veteran pitchers or utility guys, whatever. But yeah, the big names you have to think dominoes will fall sooner rather than later.
Who Scott Boras is like
he's the super agent,
right? Yeah.
He's the guy.
Does anyone else pop up?
Not that I like. They don't have the name recognition that Scott Boras does, so I'm not familiar with them. But they're certainly out there.
Dan Lozano got Manny Machado paid. Craig Landis, that'd be another one I think people would be familiar with. Mike Trout's agent. Yeah, there's going to be some money to be had. I think I'd probably go with Scott Boras if I was any good.
If you're starting out and you're trying to pick your representative for your hopefully lucrative and extensive pro baseball career.
Absolutely. And then in the NFL, it'd be Mugileta. He gets his guys paid. He, love him or hate him, got Deshaun Watson that contract.
Oof.
So, I mean, you get that guy that deal immediately. I think that's pretty good. And how about this? Did you see it just coming down 10 minutes ago? Penny Oleksiak suspended 2 years for anti-doping rule violation.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh. Just 25 years old. Canada's most decorated Olympian. So the World Anti-Doping Code defines a whereabouts failure as any combination of 3 missed tests or filing failures in a 3 or 12-month period. So that's interesting. I mean, I don't know where she'll be at the next Olympics, if she'll be even good enough to make the team. But that is an interesting one. Penny Oleksiak failing a drug test, which will keep her out for a little while. Hey, guys. Without Baker Mayfield, potentially. Who would you look at as some free agent quarterbacks? Week to week, I don't know if there's anyone like who's going to be out there, Duke, if it is a 12-team league. And like we've talked about before, you can't really be making your trades unless you're in a crazy league that somehow allows
No
it.
trade deadline. Go nuts as often as you want.
Trevor Lawrence this week gets the Tennessee Titans. I wonder if that might be
Favorable.
someone. Would Jackson Dart's probably not available. I don't think anybody would have been cutting him. Well, maybe in some leagues, actually. I don't know. Kirk Cousins, would you?
I absolutely would.
You would do that? If he gets Drake London back, especially?
Yeah.
Shador Sanders?
Probably not.
Geno Smith? No.
Yeah. No, Geno. Not unfortunate. Especially against, Chargers, little up and down at times.
You never know what you're going to get with the Chargers defense. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in that spot.
We talked about this with Kevin. Like, if Tua's out there on your waiver wire hosting the Saints, that's favorable. That'd be something I'd be interested in.
He mentioned Jacoby Brissett. That's a name I actually do like.
Cards in Tampa. Yeah, the Bucs are reeling. But if we go by some historical data, the Bucs this in the Baker Mayfield era, they're due to come out of their midseason spiral here. Week 13. 2023, they lost 4 straight. 1 week 10, 1, 2, or lost 2 more. So my math makes that lost 6 of 7 in the middle of the year, then rattled off 4 in a row starting week 13. Last year, they lost 4 in a row from week 7 through 10. Then out of the bye in week 12, they won 4 in a row again. So around this time of the year, Baker Mayfield just not his best, I guess. He's get the November blues.
Matt had asked, did Penny fail a test or miss 3 tests in the year? The article I saw did not say, but it would have to be one of those 2 things, I suppose. Missing 3 tests in the year would be tough because you would know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it leads me to think it might have been the other one, but that's just speculation and we don't know for sure. We'll see if there's a statement that comes out about that. I'm sure she'll say something. Rob says she did not fail a drug test. Okay. I don't know. Rob has it. So maybe she missed 3 tests in a year then. I guess that would have been it. Rob, follow up if you saw that somewhere. We'll make sure we get that out there. But very matter of fact, saying she did not fail a drug test. We had a text from St. Albert. Kevin, would you guys go with the Jags defense going forward? Week to week, maybe, but they get the Colts twice. Remember that. So I don't think you want that one. And the Colts matchup is in Indy, December 28th, which could be your league final. So I probably don't want them. This week, sure, you get the Titans. In 2 weeks, they get the Jets. Sure, I'd start them in those games. Against the Broncos, maybe not. I'd maybe look for other options, but if you didn't have them, I guess you could consider it. Hope they get after Bo Nix. But yeah, that one to me is just kind of split right down the middle because there's some games you'd love them and some you wouldn't. Atlanta or Denver defense this week. I have to go look at the lineups here and who they're playing. Denver plays Washington and no Jaden Daniels. So, yep, I would like that one. And it was the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, the
in
Dirty
New
Birds.
York against Tyrod Taylor and the New York Jets. I lean Denver.
The
here.
Broncos are the better unit. If we rank opponents as equally futile, I'll take the Broncos D. Like they're one of the best in the league. Maybe the best.
Yeah. And when they're playing at home, that thin air.
But they're on the road.
Well, I'm just in general.
They're in the swamp.
I still like them there. Tiger said he thought he read that she had missed 2 tests and not sure about the 3rd transgression. And Rob just says, yep. So, okay. 2-year ban. So she's ineligible until July 14th, 2027. She will have any competitive results from June 16th onward disqualified as well. Okay, yep. It was 3 whereabout failures in a 12-month span. So she did not fail a drug test, missed 3 tests. That's too bad. I've been following along. Duke, I mean to always ask Declan this question. You see, like a lot of swimmers go the college route. the elite swimmers don't seem to do that. I don't think Penny Alexiak went to university. Was Maggie McNeil, went to Michigan, I think. But Summer McIntosh, she must not need to. She must have the endorsement deals rolling in.
Yeah.
Man, she is something.
But, I mean, if you're an athlete, and that type of athlete, where your competitive window is usually much shorter than, say, someone that plays in the NHL, NFL, etc., and much less lucrative, even if you get good endorsements. Your cycle runs on, and most of your sponsorship opportunities run off of your success at premier events like Olympics. Would you not still want to get a full ride scholarship to a usually pretty premier institution and do that? Wow. I mean, and in the NIL world, listen, you're not going to be making what Bryce Underwood's getting paid at Michigan, but it's not exactly like you'd probably be scraping by if you have that type of cachet.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in it, but that's easy for me to say because I'm a fat little boy that can't swim at all.
Maybe it depends on timing. Because like you're obviously world championship events, you're going to be at. But like if your 4 years of college coincide with like 3 years of Olympic break, maybe you would.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know what? I'll just go to school in this meantime and take advantage of it. But I mean, Michael Phelps, I think he was doing okay. I don't think he needed to go get that education. And just going pro, and his sponsorship deals were pretty lucrative with all the success that he had. But I know Declan's more of our local swimmer guy. You know, Declan did compete and was ranked nationally.
I did know that.
Yeah.
Tells me all the time.
He brings it up quite a bit. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get to more text. 1-833-401-1440. Any questions you might have about your fantasy football team, we can take a look at as well. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
Stories are told to make a point, and GS Construction takes them very seriously. We're not talking about fairy tales. GS Construction looks at the story old pipes tell us, a tale of time and pressure and endurance. So when those old pipes are ready to end their story, GS Construction starts a new chapter by repairing or rebuilding, or in some cases, renewing the underground infrastructure that supports our modern lives, making sure every community's story continues on safely and reliably. For more, visit gsconstruction.ca.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you, Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
Hey everybody, it's Chief Principe and Jason Stradler. Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters and have some drinks with umbrellas in them, you could attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Jason Strudwick, Kelly Buchberger, Ron Lowe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. Don't miss out on every hockey fan's dream cruise, the Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. It's going to be one hell of a trip. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise, July 2026. Visit cast.tours/Edmonton or call 1-833-347-7678. Book now and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours/Edmonton.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
The Hockey Super League is proud to launch its 9th season, delivering independent, borderless hockey. This year, over 125 teams will compete across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and for the first time ever, Colorado, USA, with showcase style action, cross-province rivalries, and a strong commitment to player development. The HSL is the premier destination for families seeking balance and athletes chasing the next level. The Hockey Super League. Hockey without limits. For athletes born in 2013 to 2018, visit hockeysuperleague.com to learn more.
Every lunchtime, hang with Low Tide. Weekdays from noon to 2 on Sports 1440. Low Tide and Declan Kruger gives you the deep dives, sharp analysis, and Edmonton sports talk done right. Your game
Your station, Sports 1440.
Born from work, built for play. Carhartt's all-new Super Ducks tech jackets are built for hard-working people who can't sacrifice mobility for durability. This ultra-tough gear fights off wind, snow, and cold, while full-swing technology flexes with every move and still packs 3M insulation for maximum warmth. Try your new Carhartt Super Ducks at JobSite Workwear. 3 locations in Edmonton and online at jobsiteworkwear.ca.
ShopSite Workwear, tough different jobs.
Across rural Alberta, volunteers and community groups work hard to make life better for their neighbors, creating new playgrounds, better rinks, and gathering places that bring us together. Vision Credit Union is proud to lend these local heroes a helping hand. Apply today for a Helping Hand grant up to $10,000 to support your community's next big idea. Let's make great things happen together. Applications are open until January 31st, 2026. Learn more at whatsyourshare.ca.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:40. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Sam, Josh with you here. The show brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go check them out. Tell them we sent you. Tell them you're a big, tell Trent you're a big Cowboys fan. Maybe it will get you something. It probably won't, but you never know. It's worth a shot. This segment brought to you by elksnation.ca, 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger, breaking down the green and gold. It's the most in-depth EE football coverage you'll find out there. YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from, and articles at elksnation.ca. I should also tell you that coming up next, it will be the Lowdown Flow Tide with LT and Declan Kruger. It is the Tuesday edition of the show, so Daniel Nugent-Bowman from The Athletic will drop by. They'll also talk to Donovan Paulson as they have some fun, get into it, and get to Hi, My Name Is with Declan Kruger. Then at 2 o'clock, it is the Jason Greger Show. We'll have Struddy on a little bit earlier today at 2:20. Dave McCarthy will be by as well. We've got Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. Ike Howard, forward for the Bakersfield Condors, will join us just after 5 o'clock, and Derek Van Diest as well. We'll also head down to Dallas and talk some Stars. So it'll be a very busy show today on the Greger Show from 2 till 6, and then from 6 till 7, pregame coverage. Andrew Walker, Donovan Paulson, former NHLer and Olympian Landon Ferraro will get you through it. Oilers Stars at 7, and then once it wraps up, the boys will be back for post-game coverage. Some lines for the Oilers tonight from our very own Jason Greger. Oilers just going to have the same lineup as they did in Florida. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins not ready to go. Greger reporting that Nuge and Kapanen likely options for Saturday, which will have some repercussions, of course, but Savoy, McDavid, Roslovic on the top line, Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Mangiapane. Second line, third line looks like Henrique, Hyman, and Frederick, and then fourth line, Tomashik, Janmark, and Connor Clattenburg. We'll see how much Clattenburg plays. Got like 5 minutes against the Panthers on Friday, but efficient. After the first period, he had a hit, 2 shots in like a minute 41. So obviously, game number 2 for him. Look to build on that and see what he can do. On the back end, you got Ekholm Bouchard. We talked about Bouchard having a really good month so far. 15 points, 2 goals, 13 helpers. 13. He's trying to track down 15. 2 goals, 11 assists. You got Nurse and Regula, and then Kulak Emberson. Skinner gets the start between the pipes. Duke, when Nuge and Kapanen return, Clattenburg obviously be the first one out. I think it's obvious. Who would be the next name to draw out of the lineup for you?
Yeah, it gets tough, and this is a problem that we sort of envisioned happening with this team, right? Back when they continued to add bodies, they signed Roslovic. We already brought over Tomashek. It kind of created the potential log jam. Tomashek has been playing better. I think a little bit of rejuvenation because he took his turn in the press box, but it's tough to not see him being on the outside looking in. Maybe a guy like Andrew Mangiapane if some production doesn't start to come more into the game, playing inside that top 6. But he's a guy that can play in a bottom 6 role because he's got a little bit of an edge to him. And then I think like it's just by a matter of a numbers game, maybe Matthias Janmark, right? So, but I think in order, I'd probably be stacking up Tomaszek, Mangiapane, and then Janmark.
I'm with
right
you.
now.
Unless Tomaszek has a heck of a game. He only played 5:53 on Saturday. Got a little power play time. I think Janmark's PK ability probably benefits him. And then, like you mentioned, Mangiapane can play lower in the lineup. So, yeah, for me, it's probably popping 2 guys off that 4th line, but we shall see what happens. Text line 1-833-401-1440. Dang, boys. Ice Cube coming back from the break takes me back to Thursday nights for the 25-cent draft at Cowboys. Dr. Phil. Yeah, I remember that. You take a toonie up to the bar, you walk back with 8 little beer cups. I actually saw Ice Cube live at, I don't even know what the venue was.
That place on Argyle? Union?
No, it was in the mall.
What?
Yeah. I was filling in on the night show, and a person in the building was like, hey, I can get us into Ice Cube for free. You guys want to go? So, like, all the night crew people, wrapping up at like 11:45. We went to the mall and saw Ice Cube. His son was opening for him, I believe. And then
O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
I think, yeah. And then there was like beer, but it was from a keg.
Fun.
Yeah, it was cool to go see. They actually had some technical difficulties on the screen. Good memories. His son portrayed him very well, I thought, in Straight Outta Compton.
That movie was awesome.
Yeah.
He looked just like him.
He did. They did a really good job.
Talked like him. Oh, yeah, the casting was excellent. Very good.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
When they're after the police tell them that they can't play F the Police. I think it was in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then they play it anyway, and it's like Ice Cube comes out and he does his little spiel. And then Dr. Dre spins the record, scratches it, then they play the song. I think I like that part. And then there's like a riot that comes after.
Yeah. Totally. Because they show the cops and they all just look like narcs, eh?
Oh, yeah. They all look like bad guys.
Colleen Jones passed away.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just seeing that now. Obviously, legendary curler reported on it as well after a battle with cancer. So, absolutely terrible news. She won the Women's World Championships in 2001, 2004, a 6-time Canadian Women's Champion, and appeared in 21 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Jeez. Inducted into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame in 2016. So our condolences. That's absolutely awful. I mean, that's one, like, on the sheet and off, Duke. That's one of the faces of curling.
Oh, for sure. And a longtime broadcaster too. So yeah, very, very tough news.
Less important. Husk says, did you guys see Ice Cube at Reds or Eds? I think that's where it was. I think it was kind of a smaller venue, just tucked right in there. But yeah, it was an okay show for sure. A text line is 1-833-401-1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas with you here. Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Lots of things happening. Of course, just breaking news there that legendary curler Colleen Jones passing away at the age of 65 years old. We've got Penny Alexiak banned from swimming for 2 years, failed to report for 3 tests, which leads to an automatic suspension. Oilers in action tonight, of course, taking on the Dallas Stars just after 7 o'clock. And Duke, we should probably touch on the Toronto Raptors a little bit as well. They are playing some unbelievable basketball. I think, the Ross they brought in largely the same as last year. A few healthy bodies, of course. The coaching, though, I think, having all the players buy into the system, Sasha's done a really good job with that. And the Toronto Raptors last night, big win. 8-game winning streak now.
Yeah,
we're up to 8 now.
Longest for the franchise since the 1920 season. Sorry, not 2019, 2020, not the Raptors playing basketball non-existently in the year 1920.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Beating Cleveland, big win. I think, Cleveland maybe to some people a bit of an underachiever. You look at the East right now, and then compare it to the West, Duke. The West has so many good teams that could go for runs. Like you look 1 through 8. Like if you get into the playoffs, players that elevate their game, like the Golden State Warriors right now, sitting in the 8th seed. Minnesota Timberwolves, we saw what they could do last year. It's really imbalanced, and I think part of it might be injuries when you look out east. Jason Tatum with the Celtics had the Achilles, as did for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, thank you over there. Like those injuries slowing teams down. But if that opens up the door for the Toronto Raptors, bust right through it. 12-2 right now, the record in the conference, in the Eastern Conference. Obviously not quite strong against the West, but those teams are very good. Winners of 8 in a row. Detroit Pistons playing some great ball right now as well. They've won 13 in a row. Started the year 2-2, and then just knocked off 13 straight wins. So they are playing very good basketball as well. I don't know if I'm a believer yet in the Raptors, though.
I'm a believer for no reason other than that the rest of the Eastern Conference is not very good.
Like that, it just seems like you're setting yourself up for disappointment because whoever comes out of the West is going to be so good. And
but maybe they cannibalize each other, bang each other up a little bit over the course of the season, a playoff run or whatever, and the team that's come out in the East may be a little more scot-free.
Maybe it's
a long time away still, but hey, why not to do a little forecasting? And I had this as a little talking point with Kevin this morning. Like, in a year it's so wide open, do the Raptors get extra aggressive out in a trade market and see if they can improve the team? When they won in 2019, yes, this was a team that had kind of been building and then just kept hitting a wall, lacking that big time star power. Well, as of right now, Brandon Ingram looks to fill that role as the team's big star. But maybe you do need to add a little piece and just catch lightning in a bottle, go on the run. You look at the other sides of that championship for the Raptors. A couple early playoff exits really littered around it. They didn't have another run to a final or something. They just kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and took advantage. Maybe this is that year for them again.
Yeah, and then doing it without RJ Barrett last night as well. Had the knee sprain, so to get a win against a good opponent and doing so without him. I think that's pretty impressive. They've got 6 players averaging at least 10 points per game. Like you said, Brandon Ingram kind of leading the way, averaging 21.6 per game. But Scotty Barnes, I think, has been pretty impressive too in what he's been able to do. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Denver Nuggets game or the highlights last night?
I saw some highlights. The one assist in particular by Jokic came across my feed many times over because it was just unbelievable.
Just a little. And then he hit one just across half. He just does it effortlessly. He is absolutely unbelievable. And I think, going back to last week, top 5, top 10 in points, top of the league in rebounds and assists. Like, the guy is just absolutely unbelievable. If they stay healthy, and you could get a Denver OKC matchup, Western Conference final, I think that would be great to see. MTR says a lot of people thought that last year, Connor, and the Pacers took the Thunder to 7. Halliburton stays healthy in that game. Who knows what happens? Well, yeah, absolutely. It's true. I don't know if I think the Raptors can come together in that fashion, but to be honest, I probably didn't think they could do it in 2019. Kevin Durant got hurt, and obviously they had Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if they have their Kawhi this year or a few of the other pieces, but hey, great start to the season. You're stacking up those wins. So if you do go in a bit of a losing streak later on in the year, you have those banked. So, and as we talked about the Eastern Conference right now, outside of Detroit, maybe teams get on a run and make some moves. Duke, I don't know if you mentioned maybe being a little bit more aggressive this year and potentially doing some trades, some acquisitions. Is there anyone out there that you had in mind when you said that?
No, not really. I'm not familiar enough with the trade landscape right now in the NBA. There's some big names getting floated around, like Anthony Davis out of Dallas. I'm not sure that's the fit, and I have to think the price tag for an acquisition like that would be very high. But I mean, maybe the season just needs to flesh out a little bit more and get some more separation between the contenders and the bottom feeders, and then more names potentially available, and you kind of piece together that fit. But yeah, no, I'm not familiar enough with what could be out there to even throw a name.
MTR says Clay doesn't get hurt in game 6 and the Warriors win. Trust. Well, you didn't say if, but you implied it. If it didn't happen. That was a good game. I got a chance to watch that in Vegas. A lot of fun. Northside Jason says if the Raptors get Giannis out of Milwaukee, they can win it all. If. He's so dang good. I'd love to see it. Absolutely. But good to see what the Raptors are doing here. Because I don't think too many people saw this start coming. I know we did our preview and we had our predictions. And I think Gregor and I both had play-in games circled for the Toronto Raptors. And so far, so good. Taking advantage of the schedule at hand. Coming up next, it will be the Lowdown Flow Tide. As we mentioned, LT, Declan Kruger, they'll be joined by Daniel Nugent-Bowman of The Athletic. Talk about the Oilers as they get set to host the Dallas Stars. And then Donovan Paulson will be by from our pre- and post-game coverage. On the Gregor Show today should be a fun one. Of course, Struddy will be by. We will have Dave McCarthy from Sirius XM. No spec as he's on vacation, but Ike Howard, Condors forward, and Derek Van Diest from NHL.com as well. So it'll be a lot of fun today here on Sports 1440. Keep it locked as we roll on. We're going to take our 23-hour break. Up next, Lowdown Flow Tide for the Duke, Sam and Josh. I'm Connor Halley. Thank you guys for tuning into the program today. Keep the text rolling in 1-833-401-1440. Check the podcast if you missed anything. Right now, we will get to a Sports 1440 update with the Duke, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. You can check them out online at willhawkbeefjerky.com or in the Duke. Have a great day, everyone.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Lone game on the NHL schedule tonight. It's the Oilers back at home for the first time in over 2 weeks. They take on the Stars from Rogers Place. Stu Skinner getting the start in net. Identical lineup from Saturday's win in Sunrise for Edmonton. Puck drop coming just after 7 o'clock. 3 games on the hardwood. Lowly Wizards hosting the Hawks. Sixers take on the Magic, and it's a battle of LA with the Clippers facing the Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. The MLB's offseason, veteran pitcher Sonny Gray being acquired by the Red Sox from the St. Louis Cardinals. The 14-year vet is a 3-time All-Star. International Testing Agency announcing that Canadian swimmer Penny Alexiak has been given a 2-year ban from competition for an anti-doping rule violation. ITA stating Alexiak accepted the suspension for committing 3 whereabouts failures between October of 24 and June of this summer. 25-year-old Canada's most decorated female Olympian with 7 Olympic medals plus 9 World Championship medals in her career. Canadian Olympic curling trials continuing in Halifax. Draw 9 this morning saw Carrie Anderson beat Selena Sturmay to remain undefeated. Rachel Holman beat Team Brown. Kayla Skrillick falling to Christina Black. And Caitlin Laws got past Kate Cameron's rink. Draw 10 underway right now. Gushu, McDonald, McEwen, Cleater, Jacobs Epping, and the undefeated Matt Dunstone playing Alberta's Kevin Cooey. And finally, some sad news coming across as 6-time Scottish champion and 2-time world champion curler Colleen Jones has passed away at the age of 65 after a battle with cancer. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide.